All right, welcome to the League of Legends and the Hoffa Network live presentation of the Now We Know campaign. Threw me off a little bit. Facebook used to give you a 3, 2, 1 count. So I hit the button and we were live. We're going to be getting started at the top of the hour, guys. Be sure to literally share this. If you're watching it from Facebook, those of you who have the link shared to you via Google Hangout, you're going to see a tab, a Join Now, a Join tab, and a Buy Product tab. And you can hit either one of those at any time, and that's going to go direct to the individual that shared the video with you. So we're going to be getting started again at the top of the hour. Hey, listen, the people at the Grammys are making their money. They've got everything in order, and we're going to definitely show thousands of people how to do the same in 2018. So again, we'll be getting started with this live broadcast at the top of the hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, welcome everyone. I guess I could have put on my glasses so I could have welcomed a few people. Let me do that since we have another moment or two. We have some phenomenal information to share with you all tonight. Bam, there we go. Mr. Bobby Pettis, welcome. Mr. Darrell Hunter, how you doing, sir? Welcome to our live presentation tonight. Miss Moore is watching. Awesome, guys, awesome. Hey, you see I'm sporting the new Jamaica shirt tonight. The country emblem on this arm and the mission-driven people. Well, those guns are covering up the people. Phenomenal time we're about to have tonight. Hello, Wendy. Hey, Gloria. Welcome. Mr. Barkley, how you doing, sir? Wow, the whole world opens up to you when you simply take heed and put your reading glasses on, guys, okay? So again, guys, be sure to share if you're watching from Facebook, but the majority of you should be on a link that was sent to you. Mr. Godfrey is watching. Hello, sir. So again, we're going to get started with our live presentation at the top of the hour. My name is Derek Brown, again, top producer with Nspire Network. Have some very, very exciting information to share with you all tonight. And do know, everyone, several people still chiming in. Awesome. Miss Khadijah, Monique, hello. Do know that this platform is going to open, it's going to be an opportunity to hear testimonies. It's going to be an opportunity for the women to actually have an opportunity to share with each other. So we are actually probably going to be doing this again no later than next Thursday. This coming Thursday, and it could even be Tuesday. Well, we usually do the trainings on Tuesday, so this Thursday we'll probably have an opportunity where you'll be able to plug into all of our prospects. Definitely want to let you know that you're going to be able to hear some awesome live testimonies. So we are now at the top of the hour. And again, everyone, my name is Derek Brown, top producer with Nspire Network, and it is my distinct pleasure to bring this live presentation, this live soon-to-be show to you this evening. Now, we have some very exciting things going on in Nspire Nation, but tonight, very briefly, we just want to let you know that the individual who shared this with you, you should see a button, 2 buttons as a matter of fact. One will say join now, and the other one should say try the product. Join now and try the product. At any time, you can hit either of those buttons, and it'll actually go direct to the individual's link or page that shared this information with you. So tonight, we have an opportunity to hear about a movement that has taken the nation by storm. Now, I literally had a friend of mine that called me to introduce something to me, didn't know what it was at the time. I actually was avoiding him for several days. Long story short, finally went there to give him an educated no. Literally went to his home to tell him no. I get there, and he had a living legend show up that reached in his pocket and pulled this out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you right now, men, you may be laughing, Ladies, you know exactly what this is. It is a so-called sanitary item. Well, here's something I want to bring to your attention tonight very quickly. Now, have you ever noticed while you see that this has not been opened, the seal is still on it, but if you pay close attention, ladies, they're actually always already open. They have these air vents on them, right? You can actually see the product in there, but it hadn't been opened yet. Well, the reason why this has to have these air pockets is because the adhesive that's used to allow this item to stick to the garment is the same grade adhesive as duct tape. And if they totally sealed it and made it a true sanitary item, it would potentially balloon up from the chemicals that are already part of the composition of this product. So I was a little intrigued from the very first moments that he started talking. And ladies, here's the thing. You guys have let us into your world. You've told us that when you throw this in your purse, you get, makeup crumbs, coins, everything else down in there. But the fact of the matter is, we can't really consider this a sanitary item just based on the fact that it's already open, okay? So you guys say you pop these open and maybe have to shake it off because some things may have gotten down in there. And the individual who introduced this to me initially took me right in the kitchen and they plopped this on the kitchen counter like so. I'm going to show you something else where we may have maybe a potential bit of false advertising going on here, because I'm going to take the label off and I want you to see this. It may be reverse on your screen, but that's a 10-hour protection system. Ladies, have any of you ever worn one of these for 10 hours and it held you? I thought not. So we move on. He then reached in his other pocket and pulled this item out. Now, as you can see, this is a lot thinner, a lot smaller, but what I want you to pay close attention to is that the seal's still on it, but not only that, it's totally sealed. There are no air pockets or venting necessary because the adhesive that's used to allow this to stick to the garment is the same grade as food. It's a food grade based adhesive, so there are no chemicals in it. So we can totally seal it. And so I'm sure you would all agree with me that we can consider this to be a true sanitary item moving forward. So now what they did was they then plopped this one on the table next to what we're going to refer to as Exhibit B, which is the store-bought item. And this particular item that I'm unraveling is the actual dry pad. It is formerly known as the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, also known as the world's most comfortable sanitary napkin, and now affectionately known as the dry pad. So as we go through this very brief demonstration, I want you all to know that a question was posed to me that evening. And the question was, Derek, is there a woman in your life that you love or care about enough that if you got some information that could potentially save her life, would you listen? And that's a question I'm posing to each and every man, especially that's within the sound of my voice tonight. I definitely want you to think about that moving forward. Women, this is going to be the no-brainer of the century to you. I wish you guys were here to feel this. The difference in Exhibit B, the store-bought brand, and the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin, there's a huge difference even in the touch, right? So the store-bought brand is a little rougher, and the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin is smooth as silk. Now, when the founders of this particular venue were actually putting this together, they interviewed several OBGYNs, and they found that when a woman is in her feminine flow, that special time of the month, they exude 15 to 50 milliliters of fluid on a daily basis. So we're going to simulate that tonight by literally pouring 50 milliliters of water. And hopefully you guys can see that. That may be a drop over, so we want to make sure we have this on point. That's right at 50 milliliters. Hopefully you can see that on your screen there. 50 milliliters of water. We're going to put that into Exhibit B, which is the store-bought brand. We're going to make sure we get it all in there. And if we're doing it for Exhibit B, we're obviously going to do the same thing for the dry pad. 50 milliliters of water, which again simulates a full day's flow. Matter of fact, we can go a tad over, and you'll see in a moment that it's absolutely fine that we did so. So we're going to make sure that we get it into the dry pad as well. Now, somebody may be thinking, why is a man actually showing this to me? Why is a man so passionate about this? Well, first and foremost, the question that I just posed to you was posed to me, and we've got all that in there, right? And obviously there are women in my life that I love and care about, but also when I saw what you're about to see, I got an instant epiphany. As a matter of fact, I was a little upset. And the fact of the matter is, if you're on fire, if you're engulfed in flames, does it matter if a man or a woman comes to the rescue with a water hose to put you out? It really doesn't, does it? And you should be excited about the men that are being now made aware through this information. And now because this subject was taboo, we're bringing it to light. This was something that you women were suffering in silence with. And you know what you were dealing with. And, you know, endometriosis, the list goes on and on and on. As a matter of fact, you can simply Google harmful effects of sanitary napkins. As a matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Get it right from the doctor's mouth. I don't want you to take anything that I say at face value tonight. I want you to do your due diligence. Go to webmd.com, type in harmful effects of sanitary napkins, and hear it from the doctor's mouths themselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, now what I'm going to do is simply take a napkin, a red napkin, to kind of give you a slight visual. I'm going to put it over Exhibit B, press my hand up and down Exhibit B to let you see that this system is failing you. Now, this is a 10-hour protection system. Here's the problem with this, ladies. As you can see, it's soaking wet. It didn't last 5 minutes, much less 10 hours. So when a woman is standing or laying down, this is when her feminine flow is actually taking place. When she's sitting down, there's something different that happens. There's a reverse percolation happening. And the fact of the matter is, where are most women that are still in this stage of their life? They're either in school or working, and chances are they're sitting down for most of the day. And this is where a lot of the issues are coming from, because your system is failing you. All the toxins that God designed to leave your body at this time, because the absorbency obviously isn't there, is being pulled right back into your bloodstream. And this is where potentially where some of the issues are coming from. So we're going to take another napkin and put it over Exhibit A, which is the dry pad. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to press and press. We can even beat it down. Absolutely dry. Ladies and gentlemen, we could actually end right here, because the simple question is, ladies, is do you want to be wet and uncomfortable or dry and comfortable? It's the no-brainer of the century. Again, remember, you see the buttons right below on your screen. One says join now and the other says buy now. You can hit either of those buttons at any time if you want to try the dry pad. Now, we're going to take it a step further tonight, though, because we have a lot of women that say, I've been wearing these items for 10, 15, 20, 30 years of my life and never thought about dissecting one to see what it was composed of. So we're going to do that very quickly tonight. Then we're going to let you get back to your show. So now we're going to take this first layer off, and this thing is soaked and wet, but we want you to see for yourself tonight what this is made of, so you can be aware and be in the know. So we're going to literally get this off, try to get it off nice and neat here. And I wish you were here again to feel this, because you would see for yourself that this first layer is absolutely still soaked and wet. Not only that, if I rubbed it on my hand, you can hear that it would actually irritate my skin. Reason being is because this is synthetic. This isn't what you thought it would be. This is a synthetic material. Now, I want you guys to tell me what you think this is. It looks good when you're looking at it through this synthetic material. It looks like it's part of the absorbency system or something, but this is no more than blue dye on a piece of paper. That's it. And if you could see clearly, there's a slight blue hue on the absorbency system here, which means if it's transferring from here to the system, where else is it getting? That's right, in your bloodstream. It gets worse. Now, this should be simple for you. What would you say this is? This is the actual absorbency system. What would you guys say this is? Right, most people say cotton, but I'm going to submit to you tonight that it's not. This is trash, recycled trash, not from the trash that's in your kitchen, but the trash that's in the in the landfill. Now that's a whole nother level of trash. They shred it up very fine, and then they bleach it with chlorine. Here's the problem with that. You have a 98.5 degree body temperature, normal body temperature. Well, when that body temperature comes into contact with something that's been bleached with chlorine, it forms a chemical called dioxin. I need you to write that down. dioxin. Dioxin is 900 times deadlier than arsenic. There are no safe levels for the human body to consume dioxin, none whatsoever. And that's literally what forms from the body temperature and the bleaching agents that are in this particular item. Now, I want you guys to look at these two cups. You should be able to see at least the tops of them. Which one has the least amount of water in it? Obviously, the one in my left hand, correct? This one has the least amount of water. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the one with the least amount of water in it, put the entire absorbency system in it, and let it do what it should do, okay? We're going to leave that right there in your visual. And as we get ready to wrap up, this is the bottom portion of Exhibit B, the store-bought brand. Can you guys see where the perforation is? Do you see any breathability at all? No. What you see basically is a trash bag. So if you take a trash bag, ladies and gentlemen, and you line it with trash, what is this, and fill it with trash, what is this a petri dish for? That's right, bacteria. And this is where a lot of the irritations and infection is coming from. Not only from the first layer, which is synthetic, and that's the first thing touching the most precious part of your body, but now you have this petri dish and a lot of bacteria is building, okay? Now what we're going to do is we broke down Exhibit B, which is the store-bought brand. So we're obviously going to do the same thing with the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Let's dissect it and see what it is composed of as well. So we're going to take the first layer off, and I really wish you guys were here. You can see a live focus group in a city near you, by the way. And for those of you anywhere within 4 to 5 hours driving distance of Atlanta, Georgia, we are having an Nspire Day in Atlanta, February 17th. Stay tuned for the details on that. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal with the founders here as well. And you'll have an opportunity to see how soft this actually is. Look at that. It's completely dry, number one. And to the touch, it feels literally like cashmere or silk. And this definitely isn't a synthetic material because you can see the fibers in there as it's tearing. Ladies and gentlemen, that's soft cotton. And this is the first thing touching the most precious part of our women's body with the dry pad. And that's why they're so comfortable. Now, this is a negative ion strip, and it's in all of our sanitary items. It is actually a 100% natural algae strip infused with negative ions. Now, do your research. Negative ions, I-O-N-S. Scientists have labeled negative ions as the vitamins of the air. They can be found at the beach, which is why people are so relaxed at the beach. You never see any drive-bys at the beach. Everybody's chilled out. They can be found at waterfalls. They can also be found during thunderstorms, which is why you get so relaxed if you're getting dressed for a meeting and a thunderstorm rolls in and you become so comfortable you don't even want to go to your meeting anymore. It's because the atmosphere has been infused with negative ions. Research it. Now, there are several major benefits for the human body in reference to negative ions, but I'm going to focus on 3 tonight for sake of time in reference to our product. Several women have told us, Derek, for the first 2 days of my feminine flow, I don't want to go to work because I'm in the fetal position, racked in pain from menstrual cramps. Guess what negative ions do? They relax the uterus. So now we have thousands of testimonies of women whose menstrual cramps have been significantly reduced or eliminated altogether. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, in addition to that, there are a lot of women who deal with odor issues, especially younger girls. They don't want to go to school and be called the fishy girl and things like this. This is a real issue. And, a lot of women spend a lot on these soaps and lotions that supposedly deal with odor issues. And when you read the ingredients, it's more harmful than the odor that it's trying to cover up. It has worse side effects on your body. Now, because of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin that includes the negative ion strip, negative ions also eliminate and kill bacteria, which eliminates the odor issues. And we have thousands of testimonies of women whose odor issues have been significantly reduced or eliminated altogether. Phenomenal. Now, my favorite is the fact that negative ions, guys, a lot of women have told us that they deal with imbalance. They're cranky. and just kind of off keel during that precious time of the month. Well, now men especially can be excited because we have several testimonies. You're going to get to hear a lot of them next week live, where women have said now they have a feeling of well-being, a sense of balance, because negative ions literally balance the pH system, guys, keeps it intact. So now women don't have to take diflucan and all these other things that they have to take even after they were done with their feminine flow for 2 weeks. So absolutely exciting, and we are definitely excited to have this again in all of our feminine products, feminine hygiene products, right? So now what we're going to do is, you guys all agreed that the cup that's left right here had the most amount of water. Matter of fact, this has a lot more water in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our absorbency system out of here, and we're going to place it in the cup that you all agreed had the most amount of water in it. You can see how beautifully wrapped that is, nice and neat. But we're going to put it in the cup that has the most amount of water, get it in there good, and let it do what it does. Now, as we get ready to wrap up, here is the bottom section of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. Guys, I need you to look close. Do you see those lines in there? They look like little raceway strips. I want to make sure you guys can see that very well. Well, if I put this over a cup of steam, as a matter of fact, we now have visual proof. We have a video done by the COO of the company that did a precipitation test, and he put this over a cup of steam, as I always say, and you can literally see the vapors come through it, which means it's what? Breathable. But if I pour water on top of this, it would actually catch and hold the water, which means it's strong. And guess what? This is the reason why women say they're so comfortable, they actually forget that they have the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin on, because the bottom layer of ours is not only breathable, but it's not a plastic trash bag, because plastic doesn't tear like that. Absolutely phenomenal. And therein lies the comfort level, again, of the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin. As we close, I want you all to look at something very closely. Hopefully you can see that there is a difference in color already. There's a difference in color. This one is starting to get a little yellow hue to it, and I'm going to submit to you that that's actually the dioxin forming and coming to the surface. Here's the other issue. It's been in here for about, what, 6-7 minutes maybe? Does it look like it's working, guys? Can you see that? We're going to make it clear for you. I forgot to get my gloves because I don't like touching this anymore, but look at this. Absolutely ridiculous. It literally looks like it didn't do any absorbing. I could keep squeezing, and it's going to keep letting the water go. This is the issue. Somebody said, I get 30 pads in a pack. You're going to need all 30 of them because you're going to be changing all day. Because the absorbency system isn't doing what it's supposed to do. Pardon my coughing. I'm on the tail end of whatever this little bug was that was going around when I was in Florida. So in any event, how long has the Cherish Premium Sanitary Napkin absorbency system been in a cup? About 7-8 minutes, right? I want you to pay close attention to this. Not one drop of water. Are you kidding me now? Now that deserves some hearts, some claps, and everything else. Not one drop of water, guys. And this is why women are so comfortable and dry. Not one drop of water. As a matter of fact, what we just did is we turned a liquid, look at that, it doesn't even want to come out of there, into a solid. Absolutely phenomenal. Now that's exciting, that's mind-blowing as a matter of fact, but what's even more exciting is the campaign that the company is leading with. And I do apologize. The Now We Know campaign is making men and women aware, millions of men and women all over the nation aware of the potential harmful dangers that our women have been being exposed to unknowingly. And that's because the ingredients and the packaging and what this item is composed of is not on the product. Ladies, if you have any of these in your possession, I challenge you to go read it and you'll see that it's not on the bag what it's composed of. Because if it was, there would be a revolt. Trust me. There would be, women would be going off if they saw the ingredients on the side of the bag and what this product was actually composed of. So this campaign is the brainchild of Nspire Network's founders, and is consistent with us being mission-driven people. And we're having awareness campaigns and focus groups in mosques, churches, synagogues, masjids, fraternities, sororities, all types of organizations. And we're having 5K walks. We're having bicycle tournaments, basketball tournaments, all in an effort to bring awareness to this potential danger to the women in our lives that we love. So with that being said, again, you're going to see those buttons right below on your screen at any time. You can decide to join us and assist us with this mission and getting the word out, because this is a moral fiber attached to something that's helping to save lives. Or at any time, you can simply try the product by pressing the try product button as well. Now, what I just demonstrated was our day pad. We also have night pads, and we also have panty liners, and we also have overnight pads. Each pack is a whopping $5. You can literally order it right now and get as much or as little as you like. I will submit to you that one pack, in reference to shipping, is the same cost as it is to ship 4 packs. Okay? Now, at this point, we usually have 3 types of people. Number 3 person says, you know, it sounds great. The mission is phenomenal, but it's not for me. I don't necessarily want to help share the information of the awareness campaign. Well, I want to thank you for taking time out. More so, I'd rather you thank whoever invited you and forwarded this information to you. You want to take a moment to thank them. And at the very least, that's fine if you're not interested in assisting us with getting this awesome word out about this campaign and this information. At the very least, simply try the product. If there's a woman anywhere in your life, teenager, sister, niece, co-worker, just simply try the product. And even if you're past that stage in your life, let me tell you this. If you're past that stage, we have people using our panty liners for incontinence issues instead of wearing the Depends. And we even have women that wear the panty liners just to wear them, even if they're past that stage, because it keeps them feeling cool, dry. And like I said, some people even experience a little increase of energy because of the negative ion strip. But if you're past this stage in your life, women are using these for incontinence. If it's heavy incontinence, then they move up to the day pad, and so on and so forth. If it's needed, they keep going up, and it's still better than it Depends, because this is 100 times more absorbent than its own weight. And we have the full ingredients on the packaging and an expiration date included as well. Absolutely phenomenal. In addition to that, women use the panty liners or the day pads for menopausal issues, hot flashes and things like that because of the negative ion strip. So if you're a number 3 person that is not for you, at the very least, try the product. Number 2 person has questions. If you're a number 2 person, listen, join the movement. And we have in-house online training, and we actually do training every Tuesday on the inside of the system, okay? Now, number 1 person says, Derek, you could have shut up 15 minutes ago. This makes sense to me. I not only want to try the product, but I definitely want to assist you guys in this movement. Well, this is the individual that this webinar was for, and I want to let you know that it is a whopping $35 once a year to become a distributor with Nspire Network and help us share the awesome information about this phenomenal Now We Know campaign. And that's Now We Know, N-O at the end, NOWWENO.net for detailed information on the product and the campaign. But the no is a double entendre for what we didn't know was in these sanitary items. So again, $35, we pay that once a year, and you will immediately get a world-class level website that will allow you to share with other people who may want to join us in the campaign, or people who don't want to even see about the campaign, but they simply want to try the product. All right, guys, be sure to click either one of those buttons. And if you're watching direct on Facebook, be sure to get with the person or the link that's been forwarded via Facebook as well. All right, my name is Derek Brown. Again, guys, God bless, good night, and we'll see you at the top. And be sure to inspire someone tonight. See you soon.